Everybody. I tell you, you guys, I am 38 hours into my fast. Hey, Keisha. I am 38 hours into my fast. I just had me some ice. I'm getting ready to break fast in an hour, so I'm going to make it to about 40 hours. And I typically fast once a week. But I want to talk to you about my fasting because fasting is a part of how I quantum jumped, but I want to explain why it did it. If you were raised in the church, I didn't know my voice was going to sound like this. I had no clue. Interesting. If you were raised in the church, especially if you were raised in a Pentecostal church, I don't know. I know some Baptist churches did fast, but Pentecostal churches fast once a week. I think it was like every Tuesday, if I can remember. The church fasted as a collective. But at the time of the new year, a lot of times people fast and they just usually fast from food or they fast from or they do like a Daniel fast, which is like plant based, right? For like an extended period of time. But the church teaches that you fast to get closer to God. In fact, you fast to crucify the flesh, basically pushing the plate away and is signifying to God that you mean business, you're very serious about what you're asking for, and you're crucifying the flesh, like telling the flesh to like stop desiring whatever it is or to have some control over whatever it is you're fasting for. But typically that's why people fast. If you're in the medical field and you know us at our big age by now, we know that a lot of times doctors will tell you to come to the doctor for your blood work, fasting, so that they can get your vitals like at a base to know where you are currently without anything. And then as we got older, if you're still into the church, people are taught that you fast. You don't have to just fast from food. You can fast from social media, which I highly recommend. You can fast. I did it for about a year and a half. You can fast from sex if you want to. You can fast from spending money. A lot of different things you can do, but fasting just means to abstain from something, right? Now, I want to talk about why I fast and how it has helped me quantum jump. If quantum jump is too feminine of a word for you, if it's too woo woo or magical for you, that's okay. I want you to just use the word that I I elevated or I upgraded. Okay. If upgraded or elevated is better for you and like better for your psyche to be able to accept it, I don't really care. They're the same words. Um, I mean, they're the same meaning. And so last July, I saw a picture of myself and I saw that I had blew back up again. I was close to 300 pounds again, fine as hell, but I blew back up. And it wasn't really the fact that I had blew back up. I asked myself, what's going on mentally that this happened again? Because for me, it is my opinion, and I work with a lot of plus size women, that weight loss is mental health related. It is my opinion. It is my practice's opinion. I've been doing this practice for about 6 years now. That weight loss, and I have worked and I have trained in the gym. I don't really like training in the gym because I don't feel like I know what I'm doing. But people just saw my results and said, well, whatever you're doing, I want to do that, right? And that's a high compliment. But I by no means think I'm a physical trainer. Mental trainer, I'm definitely good at that. I'm very good at mentally training because I'm very good at not getting caught up on language and getting down to the principle of the thing so that we can establish principle and insert principle, which is what we're talking about with fasting, right? I did not get caught off guard or like, oh, taken aback because fasting is a church word. I don't care. Yeah, I learned fasting in the church, but fasting is not isolated to the church. People fast everywhere, and I gave lots of examples, at the top of the video. Anyway, and so I asked myself, what's going on basically, right? And one thing about me is that during the summertime, I have what I call my manic season. I don't know if you guys are listening to me through this or that. I don't know. I have my manic seasons during the summertime, meaning from May, June, and July, and August. I watch my finances because your girl will blow a bag every summer around that time, starting in May. I always get really big checks in May. I always financially prosper in May. That's been like that shit. Well, I didn't notice it was happening, but I noticed in 2020 during the pandemic when a lot of people were struggling, my pockets were fat. Okay, they were figuratively fat. Like I enjoyed the pandemic, to be honest. I actually moved to Vegas during the pandemic. I traveled during the pandemic. Tickets was cheap where everybody was afraid to move. But shit, I put on my mask and I kept going. But I noticed that in May of that year, shit, it was the third day of the month and I had already made five figures. So literally shit was just pouring in. But then I noticed like about July, I couldn't tell you where it was. I was like, where my money at? And then I started really doing it because you guys know by now. But in 2020, I was out of the church. I was deconstructing. I was figuring out, things that were going on with me, why I was moving the way I was moving. And I was like, something's going on between May and October and August. Something's going on. And it's happening every year. You're getting four-digit, five-digit checks. And within 90 days, you can't tell where this money was going. And then I started really going back and looking at prior to diagnosis, prior to me figuring all this stuff out, I th- stuff started coming back to my memory. Like, you remember? Because yeah, I know all the hairstylists before then. Hairstylists make money, and I was doing weaves. I was doing $300 a pop each head. So, doing five heads a day, I'm making bank. But then I was having difficulty keeping my cell phone on every month. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? You brought in 9K this month. Why are you having a problem keeping your cell phone on? It was like literally my cell phone was cutting off at the end of every month. And part of it was I was forgetting to pay the bill, but part of it was I was overspending, like balling out during the month, and I wasn't paying. I just did not notice that I was doing that. And so I'm always cognizant of myself May through August. Now, remember, I told you I looked at the video of myself. I mean, I looked at a picture of myself from last July. I was like, hey, okay, you're in your manic season, bona fide. Yeah, you got some money in your pocket, bona fide. Yeah, bitch, you cutting up. You cutting up, right? You cutting up. And I mean, I was traveling everywhere because I was in the States and I was going from shit, where'd I go? Of course, I always go to Vegas. I know, let me tell you something else too. We're going to talk about smoking too, because I know a lot of people in here smoke, and I smoke and I love smoking, and I ain't going to stop. But I had to put discipline. The name of this, if I had to put a title on what I'm trying to say, is discipline. This is the reason why I fast, is for discipline. It was not for weight loss. I started fasting because I knew that food was an area that I loved. I fight y'all to say y'all love food better than me. I mean, I got some food in the oven right now. I got meatballs. In fact, let me go check my meatballs real quick. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all see me because I'm cute. Ew, ew, you know it. Okay, hold on. Just let me check my meatballs. Don't go nowhere. I burned them last time. I don't want to burn them this time. Oh, don't burn the meatballs. Don't burn the meatballs. Okay, they doing good. We're gonna you know what? We're gonna put a little. You gotta put some sauce on the meatballs. I do. I put sauce on my meatballs oh no, did I run out of sauce? Damn it! I ran out of sauce. That's all good. Well, that sucks, but that's okay. We're gonna put the meatballs back in the oven so they can get a little crisp. Um. Okay. Thank y'all for staying with me. So I love food and I love money. And I realized that those two areas I was having undisciplined behavior in. So I fasted for food for discipline in that area. I fasted for my money for discipline in that area. And what that looked like, let me talk about my money first and then we'll go into the food portion. But the money is that I know from May, June, July, August, I know where everything is going now. I can tell you now in August where everything is going. I'm not going to spend probably. I can't see myself going $50 over what I've said right now that I've already established of what I'm going to spend because I have budgeted it out. I have learned how to keep promises to myself. The discipline will help you trust yourself better. Many of us don't trust ourselves. You don't trust yourself because you say you're going to do something and you don't. You've had a history of it. You say you're going to work out, you don't. You say you're going to save money, you don't. You say you're going to start reading 30 minutes a day, you don't. You say you're going to clean your house 30 minutes a day, you don't. So many things you promised yourself that you were going to do, but you don't. And you don't because you're still in a program of I don't have the time, right? Or I don't have the energy, or I just don't feel like it. Whatever your program is, I don't care. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to say that fasting will help you break that program. Fasting helps you break a program. Fasting implements discipline in the program. It basically is like the whoever was in your house that was the disciplinarian is basically sitting like this in front of it, like, and that's what I needed. I needed something to be like, it's 9 o'clock. We don't eat after 3 p.m. I eat what I want. I got a Snicker bar and I want to tear this shit up. And a donut. And I'm eating them all today. Snicker bar and a donut. Because I have discipline around how I'm eating. I eat between 11 and 2 p.m. every day. That's it. 11 and 2 p.m. Am I doing it for weight loss? No. I'm doing it for discipline. Because at 8 o'clock I get hungry. At 7 o'clock I get hungry. And this me up in here like, we made a promise to ourselves that we're not going to do that. You could. It's your house. You pay the bills. You can do this if you want to. But we made a promise to ourselves that we're not going to do that. And that's why we're not doing it to lose weight. We're not doing it to get skinny. We're not doing it for any of that. You put a boundary around your food about you gave yourself parameters telling you can eat what you want. Please don't go back keto. Keto was the worst thing for me. Like I couldn't do it again. I did it the last time. I lost like 110 pounds. Great. I was cute as a button, size 10. Great. But mentally, I was wrecked. And I wasn't doing that again. I wasn't doing that. So it wasn't about weight loss. It just wasn't about it. It was about putting discipline around something that I loved. Because when I put discipline around my food, the discipline around my money followed. And the discipline around my money was we're going to allocate everything that goes out this month, this month, this month, this month. My treats for myself is I got to get my nails and my toes done. All right, that's allocated. And the rest of this goes to this account here. You don't have it anymore. I don't overspend. When I noticed when I went to the grocery store, I had some program in my head, and I know where it came from. The way my mom and dad grocery shopped, we got a lot to last us so we didn't have to go back. We got a lot because it was on sale. So we bulked. And I noticed up until this big age, I'm shopping for myself. I don't have no kids. Why are you buying 10 cans of anything? I don't have kids. The most you should be buying is a case of ramen noodles. I don't have kids. It's just me. People come and visit every once in a while, but it's just me. Why are you bulking shopping like this, Kelly? And I remember one time down here, y'all, because the pesos will mislead you. Before I knew how to make the calculations in my head, I used to shop at the Walmart like a little bit down the street, and I remember just shopping, shopping, shopping. And it was like, okay, 2,000 pesos, and I was like, this could be more than $50, right? Y'all, y'all. Let me take that back. It wasn't 2,000 pesos. It was close to 4,000. Because when I realized I had spent $200 in a Mexican Walmart, for what? Okay, discipline. You need to be paying attention to the prices because I don't. I have to be honest. I don't pay attention to prices much. I just don't. I don't have to. But also, it was the mindset of I saw this. I saw it was only 30 pesos. So here I go getting a bunch of it. I saw this. I want 3 packs of bacon. I want 2 packs of chicken. I want like that's how my mind was shopping, as if I had a whole family to feed and I didn't. So paying attention to that, like discipline, broke that program. If it had not been for me fasting, I would not have broke that fasting both ways, food and money. I would not have broken that program of grocery shopping $200 twice a month. That's $400 for one person. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. So yesterday I went and I spent $85 as I should. for one person, $85 for one person, and that will last me 2 to 3 weeks. But this is what I'm talking about, fasting. I highly recommend that everybody fast from something. If you need help with fasting, you guys know you can always book things with me. Okay, you can inbox me. I'm trying to be more vocal and visual over here, present, so that you can see me over here because I'm here. If you need help with fasting, let me know. If you need some accountability, get with each other. Help be accountable. But the biggest thing is that you got to learn how when you make a promise to yourself, you cannot break it. It's so important to keep a promise to yourself. Every time you break a promise to yourself, how does yourself trust you? Every time you break a promise to yourself, it's like you're establishing mistrust within yourself. How is yourself going to believe anything you tell it? I'm beautiful. Yeah, right. You lied the other day. You said you were gonna do this. You didn't do it. You're a liar. So how can I believe you when you tell me that we're beautiful? You're worth it. You're worthy. Yeah, right. You lie all the time. So how do I believe you when you tell me that we're worthy and we're worth it? You gotta learn how to really reestablish trust with yourself. Discipline helps you to reestablish trust with yourself. Discipline helps you to slow down and be mindful of what you're doing so that you can see the programs that need to be broken. And discipline, just overall, it feels fucking good. I'm gonna be honest, it feels good at 10 o'clock at night and I'm a little hungry and I tell myself no and I don't go eat. That feels good. It's a little BDSM, I have to admit it. It's a little pleasure and pain, but I embrace it. I embrace my kink. I got a food kink. I want to tell myself no and then not do it. And I be mad about it too. My little girl side of me be like, I got some leftovers down there. Okay, they're gonna be there tomorrow when you at 11. When you can eat between 11 and 2, they're gonna be there tomorrow. I love that. I love the way it feels because it feels like I've established order within myself. It feels like I'm a woman of my word. It feels like I'm telling my little girl to, you gonna be all right. You know when if any of y'all got kids, you know in the nighttime when kids be hungry, you be like, go get some crackers, go drink some water. You're fine. That's how I feel when I tell myself, girl, you're gonna be fine. Drink some water. So anyway, like I said, I'm approaching am I saying it? 39th hour of fasting. I love it. Let me check my meatballs. Y'all can see. Well, actually, wait. Just stay here. Don't leave. I can smell them. So it's making me want to, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do meatballs. Yes. I'm so sad you don't have no sauce. Oh, well. Um, I implore everybody to fast. If you are dealing with anything health related, I implore you to fast. If you can start researching fasting, I'll put some links below this video of fasting because if you can do a 3 day water fast, it can really improve health overall. I didn't say weight. You're gonna probably very rarely hear me talk about weight in here because it matters, but it's secondary to why the weight is there. I'm more concerned about the mental health because when the mental health gets balanced and when it gets even keeled and calm, the weight will do what it's supposed to do. I use the scripture for this: seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added. I think that's Matthew 6 and 33. Seek ye first the kingdom, and the kingdom of God is in your mind, your consciousness. And so if you are paying attention to what's going on mentally, I even say this: if you guys are, if right now you're on here and you see this, and if your car is a mess, if there are shoes, boxes, coats, clothes, food crumbs in your car, you have 48 hours. I'm serving you 48 hours fucking notice. Go get that shit fixed. Go get you a trash bag, put all that shit in the trash bag and take it upstairs and sort it out. And go to the car wash. It is $6. Go wash your car and go vacuum it out. If your car is a nasty, filthy mess, I know good and damn well your mental health is a mess. Welcome. One of us. One of us. And I implore you all, if fasting is something that you've been wanting to do, to please get into it. Start with a day. Just start with one day and literally just drink water all day or a sugar-free drink. I have a sugar-free drink and I had it frozen. And so the ice was kind of sweet, but it was still sugar-free. So it didn't spike anything. But please believe me, I wanted food. I ain't nobody want no damn sugar-free drink. I want food. I'm ready to eat now. I grocery shopped yesterday fasting too. I grocery shopped and I cooked today and I haven't tasted really anything. So let's hope everything turns out good. I think it will. I'm a pretty good cook. So fasting is for discipline. It reignites trust within yourself. Also, I was about to say that if you can fast for 3 days, fasting recodes your cells. It recodes your cellular DNA. It recodes and gives you a damn near a new body, a new mind. I don't mean fat body. I mean a body. Your arms are different. When you start to eat again, when like your first meal from a fast, from a 3 day fast, you should put affirmations into it. This food is for the nourishment of my body. This food is to help me think better, to live the quality of life that I want. That's what this food does. That's what this food does. And you speak into the food what you want it to do for you. Nothing more, nothing less. Anything that is contaminated goes right out. When nothing uncontaminated is attaching itself to my body, and my body is pure and precious and refreshed. It starts over brand new. Anyway, I love myself. I love you guys. I don't think I said this. Let me say this because I said that this was the point. Stay with me for like 2 more minutes. What does fasting have to do with quantum jumping or upgrading? It breaks the programs that are keeping you attached to versions of yourself that you're ready to let go of. I knew that this version of myself was not 300 pounds, but I did know that she was thick. I knew she was around 200 pounds. I knew she was a size like 14. I could see that. I knew that. As a child, I am still holding the image that I saw of myself as a child. That never changed. I saw myself at this big age in Mexico, to be quite honest, let me just really say it like this, standing in front of this window. I saw it. I've seen it my whole life. Standing in front of this. Yes, yes, yes. My hair like this, my body like this. This is what I saw. I did not know that this overspending, manic summers, eating without boundaries, I did not know that those messages were what was keeping me from evolving into this version of myself. The discipline helped to open that up, to show me these three programs here need to be completely obliterated for you to be able to get to this version of yourself. You say this version of yourself looks like this, you can't look like this doing that. You cannot, I cannot, this is my brain. I cannot make this image appear with these three programs. Okay, brain, let's go. Let's recalculate. All right, recalculating. Where you're not spending $200 at the grocery store. You have a budget of $85. Discipline. We do not eat all through the night because we have acid reflux. And if we stop eating at around 3 p.m. at the latest, but 2 p.m. is desired, you will stop having acid reflux and we can get you closer. Also, you hear me? Also, you do not need to buy 5 bags of bacon. You do not need to buy 10 potatoes. You are a single woman living by yourself. Enter. Put all that together, and I am now programmed to have to step. The program that I'm currently on is for this image. If I deviate from this program, this image could change. It could go up, it could go down. Deviations just mean difference. Deviations don't mean bad. I can get laxed on this program and blow back up. I can get tighter on this program and go down. Both are deviations. And I plan to go tighter because I love my life the way it is so much. I'm so satisfied. I'm only concerned about intensifying what I got going on and adding to what I got going on. But as far as like subtracting, taking shit away, your girl is superty duperty 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 satisfied, like satiated to the max of who I am. I'm so interesting. Like I really sit on social media sometimes, y'all, and I look at myself. I look at my videos and I look at myself, and I'm so in love. I'm so enamored and obsessed. And I just be looking like, bitch, you just fucking love yourself, don't you? And I'm like, I do, man. Look at me. I'm cute. Right? That's me. I want y'all all to be like that. I can sit for just like 30 minutes and just look at my videos and look at myself and I'd just be like, who, who don't love this? Show yourself. You goddamn lie you don't love this big shit. Oh, like that's what I think. I love her. I love me. Me is her. Her is me. We're together. We never part. Listen, this was it. I love y'all so much. 39-hour fast. I should be eating in about 30 minutes. I told myself I would let myself eat at 1 p.m. I know it's 2 p.m. for most of you guys, but I'm on mountain time now. We don't have daylight savings time here, so we don't move. So we'll be back on the same time frame when y'all start flipping and flopping backward. So we're in the right way. But it is 1 o'clock. I get to break my fast in 5 minutes. I got me a donut and a Snicker bar, and I'm super excited. I'm gonna eat both of them. Okay, I love myself. I love you all. Please go back to the top of this video. This was such a good video. It blessed me. So please go back to the top of this video and don't forget the workshop. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you that. Don't forget the workshop. It's 21 days, a 21-day workshop. If you have never worked with me before, this would be a great time to do so. If you have worked with me before and you need a refresher, this will be a great time to do so. It's $29 and it's 3 weeks. It's 21 days. The deadline to pay the money is on the 6th of June, but on the 8th, Sunday the 8th at 1 p.m. Central, we're going to have the first group session for everybody so that I can get you guys schedules. That's the first part of schedules. I didn't mean to say that. That's the second part. Before that is a reading. I'm going to give everybody an individual reading, one on one, because we won't know how to build the schedule without the reading. We're going to build the schedule based on what Spirit has said and on what you share with me about your goals. Then we're going to build that schedule. We're going to build it together on Sunday. We're going to ask any questions, and then you'll get another video on that Sunday. So you get a total of three videos. One, all of us together, that's live, but then you'll get three separate videos that'll be at the top of the week. So each Sunday for 3 weeks, you will get three different videos. What they're going to have is a subject that I want you to focus on each week, and I want you to compound it on. So week one, you do point A. Week two, you're going to do point A and B. Week three, you're going to do point A, B, and C. And then you're going to do an exit video. Tell me how you liked it. Tell me what changed. Just tell me. I know it's going to work because it's worked for me for 3 years. For 3 years, you guys have seen me go from an SUV to living here. Listen, I love myself. I love you guys. Make sure you join the workshop, 3 weeks. And that's it. Go back to the top of the video. Bye, guys.